All right. So welcome, guys, to day 6, I believe it is today, correct? And we are going to be hearing from Joe on team cycle bonus and the compensation plan. So very, very important topic. Make sure you're taking a ton of notes. And you're learning from an amazing mentor. He is a financial guy, so very good with numbers. And I don't think we can be learning from anyone better than Joe on this topic. So just a little credentials on Joe today. He's a 5-star diamond coach, and he's 2-star qualified in his second business center. He's helped 13 people get to diamonds, so he has 13 lifetime diamonds, and he's a Success Club 5 legend and Success Club 10 all-star. He's a 1-time premier coach and 1-time elite coach, and 2-time Swarm Cave leadership winner. So really an all-star person, always here to lend a helping hand. I even was talking with him last night about some business strategy. So he's the guy to go to for all the business questions, and I'm so excited to hear from you today, Joe.
Thank you very much, and I do appreciate that, Lindsay, coming from one of the all-stars on our team, and I love mentoring people who are really active in the business and want to learn this stuff. Most proud of, and Lindsay didn't get to mention this, but if you see those 2 things on the wall right there, that's what I'm most proud of in this business, is Tina and I both getting our, I don't know if you can see it better, I take that down, our elite records from Beachbody last year. And what that represents is not what we do individually. It's about the entire team and our team effort. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. The reason that's so significant is, there were only, Tina's been an elite coach twice. And I want to put this into perspective. 450,000 coaches. Every year, there's only about 150 elite coaches, and our very own Tina has been an elite coach twice. There's about another 50 or so more who are also premier coaches, and I was a premier coach once, an elite coach once, and then in 2014 there were only 3 couples who were both elite coaches. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to stress that we have an amazing team. You have an amazing opportunity, and we understand this stuff. And this is so important to us. Elite is all about your team having success, and all of you have this ability to grow a team through teamwork, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. And we have a saying: teamwork makes the dream work. So those elite awards are all about the team and what we've done. We've gone from where you are sitting 5 years ago. It's our 5-year anniversary this month, actually. And we've gone from completely unknowing, not knowing what we're doing, not knowing a thing about network marketing, just where most people are sitting today, to really growing into network marketing, not even experts yet. We haven't even hit our 7-year mark. It takes you 7 years to master something. So we're still learning all the time, every day, and we're still making mistakes. What we're going to be talking about today is the compensation plan that Beachbody gives us, and the opportunity that Beachbody gives us. And I'll say this, if you remember, if you read the book 45-Second Presentation, he references that 95% of people, nobody understands network marketing, and 95% of people inside network marketing don't understand this. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching you this. It is because when you do understand this, you hold the power to unlock your family and future generations' financial security. And as you know, as a 20-year banker, that's near and dear to my heart is talking to people about money and what they can, empowering people with what they can do with some additional income. And this is the strategy that's going to keep us here long term. So let's get right into it, because there are a few ways of making money in our business. Oops, did we lose focus? Can you see that all right or not? How's that looking, Lindsay? There we go.
There.
Better? Whoops. It keeps focusing. That's not good. Am I losing focus?
Yeah, it's blurry.
What is going on? I don't know how I'm going to do that. I got a separate camera. How's that?
That looks better.
Okay, great. This over here. Okay, so we have a few ways of making income in Beachbody. The first is retail. Oops, of course I grabbed the pen, it doesn't work. The first is retail. All right, and so all I wrote is retail there if you can't see it. We make a set amount on challenge packs for customers. This is retail equals customers, retail commissions. So this is the basis of everything we do. All of us need to have 5 to 10 customers that are on Shakeology month after month, that buy an initial challenge pack, and we earn success club points from that initial challenge pack. But when people buy Shakeology, they will tend to stay on it for longer than 1 month. They might stay on it for 3 months. They might stay on it for 6 months. They might stay on it for 12 months. So whenever Shakeology, when they buy it for $130, and we pay $97 as coaches, right? We're getting the $33 of commission. That's what Beachbody is giving to us. And actually, if one easier way to put, so you guys know, is you can put it on speaker view, and it might show you a bigger screen, just so you know. In case you're trying to watch it in gallery, put it on speaker view so you just see my screen. But this $33 is what you make every month when a customer, not a coach, when a customer buys Shakeology from you. And then on a challenge pack, we're going to make $40, $50, $70, or $105 off of a challenge pack up front from somebody. So that's the initial commission. So the first way we make money is retail commissions. Retail being you have customers, not coaches. That's first and foremost. We should all have 5 to 10 customers so that we can cover our costs, making $100 to $300 a month on retail customers. Retail customers means you are selling, which means you're doing all the work, okay? You're doing all the work. So you're reaching out one-on-one to people, they're buying from you. Now, that doesn't have much to do with the team, right? The secret to making more, and I don't know how many people on here have more than 10 customers, current customers. Lindsay, Michelle Catalano, Sarah, right? So, you're going to make maximum, and if they have 10 customers, that's $300 a month. So I always say that you're going to make maximum, about $500 a month as retailing alone. Victor probably has the most, one of the most retail income, and maybe he makes $1,000 a month from it. I don't know, just from retail. But I know Victor is one of our biggest challenge pack sales, and Sarah Mihailo is too. And you're only going to make so much from your own individual efforts. And then what happens to those people? I'm going to what typically happens, I'll unmute Tina, to people who are retail, Tina, what happens after a little while? INR, right? People don't usually stay. Lindsay, how long do your retail customers stay on?
Not super long.
Nope,
I mean, I do have some that have been here for a long time, actually, and I've offered them to switch over to Coach, and they're still paying their $130, so I'll collect $33.
Let them do that, and you know, that's great. Victor, how long would you say on average your retail customers stay on?
I don't know. I have some people that have been on for a while. It depends. I have some people that have been on for like a year.
That's awesome. That's great. But on average, how long would you say?
On average, about 2 to 3 months.
Yep, 2 to 3 months. Okay, that's great. So though that's about typical, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that every month then you go to replace those. You got to replace those, right? You got to find new people. And what happens then as you get out of your warm market? You kind of run out of people, right? You got to go to cold markets, and you got to start finding ways to get customers. The second way we make income is Beachbody gives us team cycle bonus. Team bonus. This is the biggest way that we can increase our income from above $500 a month or something like that to this is where you make your main living. If you are going to be making, a lot of people are okay with making $300 to $1,000 a month. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? That's wonderful. It's a basis. We need to have customers. It's the law. We got to have customers. Customers is what prevents us from becoming a pyramid, just so you know. That's very, very important that we all have those base of customers, okay? The team cycle bonus is what generates for the people who want to make this a full-time income, and not everybody wants to do this. For the people who want to make $2,000 or $1,000 to $10,000 a month or more, it's team cycle bonus that is going to do that. And we're going to get to that in a second. The third way is star diamond bonuses. And that's when you become, you know, 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, and every quarter, Beachbody gives you a quarterly bonus payout. And right now for a 5-star, that's about $3,000 every quarter for each business center. For a 10-star, that's something like $9,000 every quarter. So an extra 36 grand for 10-star, an extra 12 grand for 5-star. And 15-star in total, you get cumulative. So if you're 15-star, you get the 2-star bonus, you get the 5-star bonus, you get the 10-star bonus, plus you get the 15-star superstar diamond bonus, which totals about $40,000 to $45,000 per quarter. Every 3 months, there are people getting $40,000 plus with a written check from Beachbody. So imagine, you know, Janelle Summers, Lindsay Matway just got 4-star diamond or 15-star diamond in 4 business centers. She's getting 4 checks, $160,000 per quarter, just as a bonus for growing her team. All right. So that's a big way. And then you also get a fourth way, which is you get when your team grows, when you're doing all this stuff appropriately and your team is growing, you get a matching bonus from all of your teammates. So I would get a matching bonus from my personally sponsored coaches based on how much her team bonus is. So if I'm a diamond coach, I get 10% of Tina's weekly team bonus. So if Tina's earning, you know, $3,000 in a week, I get a simple paycheck of $300 a week. How many people would love to be earning all 4 of these ways? All right. Would you like to know how to unlock all of those? All right. Here's how teamwork makes the dream work. All right. you know that we have several ranks in Beachbody. The first is in Emerald. The second is Ruby. The third is Diamond. And the fourth is Star Diamond. You want to get here, Star Diamond, as quickly as possible. And what do we mean by Star Diamond? You know, what do we mean by each of these ranks? So Beachbody gives us this opportunity to do something very easy. First of all, we have our customers. So our customers are typically going to be our mom, you know, brother, sister, whatever. You know, people we know right away and will, you know, trusted friend that will support us and buy our shake. When you join up, can you see that okay? Lindsay, you can see that? Okay. So when you join up, you are the CEO of your business. This is you. Nobody tells you what to do. You're your own boss. You start off at the top. In order to get to this first rank of Emerald, I can't believe my markers are all running out, Tina. This stinks. In order to get the first rank of Emerald, you look at it this way. You plus 2. You have a right leg. This is a right leg and a left leg. When you sign up a coach on your right leg and on your left leg, and they get what's called active, and they're on Shakeology, they purchase the challenge pack, you now have become an Emerald coach, okay? So when you plus 2 more sign up, you now have activated, this is a business center. This is a business center, one business center. You're the CEO, you have 2 people. When we started in Beachbody, I signed up Tina on my left leg, so my wife on my left leg, my sister-in-law on my right leg. Now, something very important to say here. Keep in mind that 1,700 people in Aspire all started, and thousands of customers between us, all started from just these 2 people. All of you have these 2 people as your upline, okay? Is that mind-blowing to think that, now did I personally recruit 1,700 people? No, I didn't. So you are here and you can get to where Tina and I are, or anybody in Beachbody. Bob Lucido now has 40,000 people in his downline over 8 years. Did he recruit 40,000? No. Can you imagine how many hundreds of thousands of customers there are? He recruited about 150, and through duplication has become 40,000. So what's the easiest way to do this? Well, the easiest way to get to Ruby and Diamond is to think of it in terms of U plus 2, right? U plus 2, one here, one there, and guess what? Now we want to help. So let's say this is Lisa, and let's say this is Holly, and let's say this is Lindsay. Now, if you're Lisa, you want to help Holly understand this business, and you want to help Lindsay understand this business, and you want to get to Star Diamond and Diamond, because you're already Emerald. So you plus 2, there's your 2. Now them plus 2. Them plus 2. You plus 2, them plus 2. Now you help Holly get to Emerald, and she's going to do the same thing that you just did, Lisa just did, or that you just did, and she's going to sign up 2 people. Does everybody know 2 people? Right? Now, Lisa is going to help Lindsay sign up 2 people. You plus 2, them plus 2. Everybody has 2. You see that okay? So what is happening here? Now you see when all this goodness starts to happen when you teach U plus 2, them plus 2, everybody's become an emerald. Why do you think we have the emerald factory? We want to produce emeralds. So when this person, let's call this Katie and Victor. So Holly signed up Katie and Victor. Now she wants to help Katie understand the business. So help Katie sign up to, help Victor sign up to. So now you see here, Lisa, Holly, Katie, and Jackie, and Julie, and Victor signs, let's say, Remy, and signs Kathy, okay? So all these start to fill in, but it still all emanates from Lisa, still all emanates from Holly and Lindsay, but everybody just signs 2, right? So you see here a common leg. Remember that left leg and a right leg, right? We all have that common leg on the left side. This group has a common leg on the right side. So this coach, this coach, this coach has a common leg on the right side. Everybody has 2 legs. Holly has a leg here and an inside leg here. Victor has a leg here and an inside leg here. Here, Holly shares a right leg with Victor, right? Holly shares a right leg with Victor. Victor shares a right leg with Kathy. Victor shares a left leg with Ramik. Okay? Lisa, Holly, Kathy share the left leg. Lisa, Lindsay, whoever shares their right leg. We all have a right leg and a left leg. Okay? What happens when you do U plus 2 and them plus 2 over and over and over again? Got any idea? We call that duplication. And I'm going to call it duplication. Mike is giving this sign. Duplication is the key to this. It's not what retail sales is all about, what you do individually. But you can't teach that to everyone, right? So what can you teach? U plus 2, them plus 2, can't you? Drink a shake, share a shake, right? Sign up for a discount, get a couple of customers. Does that sound easy enough that everybody can duplicate without knowing anything else? You still with me? So now, Mike, what happens when U plus 2 and them plus 2 and Holly gets 2, Lindsay gets 2, and then this person gets 2, this person gets 2, this person gets 2, this person gets 2. If everybody did that for 1 year straight, Mike, how big would the team be?
Very big.
Every month. Okay, let me give you an idea how fast and exponential this is. Who on the phone thinks they can sign up 1 coach? Who on the phone thinks they can sign up 1 coach per month? If you went out there every day and just 3 to 5 invites every day, 1 person out of 150 says yes to coach opportunity. So everybody thinks they can. Now, who thinks they can teach that coach that month how to sign up 1 coach per month the same way? Okay, so do you know what happens after 1 year of every person? Write down this, power of 1. Every person signing up 1 coach per month. Do you know how many coaches would be in this entire organization if we all just signed up 1 person per month? Mike, you know that number?
Not without a calculator.
Well, it's about 4,000 people would be in your own organization after 1 year. If you signed up 12 coaches, 1 a month, and each one of those coaches also signed up 1 coach every month and taught their 1 person to sign up 1 person a month, 4,000 people.
Wow.
How many people would like 4,000 people in the organization? So What do you know why we stress being cohesive as a team? Do you see that? What happens when people break off and they don't teach a system? Or what happens when this person doesn't understand the system and they don't teach the person? What happens when this isn't duplicating? People aren't getting the opportunity, right? They don't learn it. If you're not plugging people into a system to learn it, they don't understand. They're out there going, what are they out there doing? Trying to sell everybody Shakeology, and they're going, holy shit, I'm out there working, 40 hours a week and I'm making $300 a month. Does anybody want to work 40 hours a week for $300 a month? No, they don't. So what happens if they don't learn this stuff? They go away. What happens when you don't teach this stuff? Your people will go away. They're not successful. They can't, their family's saying, why are you spending so much time? So let me tell you why this is so important. You plus two, them plus two, plug them into a system. Beachbody gives us a formula for the team cycle bonus. Remember I mentioned that? And we're going to use Shakeology as the example, because that's 90 personal volume points, all right, for Shakeology. Every product we have has volume points attributed to it. It's not a dollar for dollar thing, so it's almost a dollar for dollar. $1 equals 1 point. That's not always the case. It could be $2 equals 1 point. So you could get 15 personal volume points for some protein bars, but it might cost you $30. But Shakeology almost is the closest thing, dollar for dollar. You want to stay active. When you're active, you have, as an Emerald, 50 volume points per month that you're purchasing. Why are they going to let you participate in thousands of dollars of income if you're not being a participant, right? So they attribute dollar or volume points to everything. When we have a team, and you plus two, them plus two, would you like to have the ability to be Tina and Victor, who gets lots of customers, and your left leg is shared between Tina and Victor, say, your right leg is shared between Tina and Lindsay, say, and they explode their teams through hundreds of people and hundreds of customers, and you, because you signed up to and you participated in this and you all started teaching this, how would you like to get a portion of all of that volume from all those individuals in your organization? How would you like to be making 6% of everything in Aspire, essentially, between all of our customers and all of our coaches, right? So imagine that there are 1,700 coaches. Get your calculator out. 1,700 coaches, and each one is ordering Shakeology every month. So 1,700 times 90, $153,000. What if you just got 6% of everything and you did none of the work? You know how much that is? $9,000 a month. Okay? Now, why do you think a CEO of a company gets paid $20 million or $15 million and customer service people, say, get $20,000 or $30,000? It's because they built a business, and that business, each salesperson, say, goes out and gets tons of customers, and the CEO gets a residual. It's using leverage. Leverage is the ability to do things beyond what you are capable of doing yourself. We only have 40 hours in a week, or 50 hours a week, or 60 hours a week, right? But how would you rather have 100% of your own efforts in a week, or would you rather have 1% of 4,000 people's efforts? just 1% of 4,000 people. When you have 1% of thousands of people and just make a little bit, you're multiplying your efforts. You're then going to get 40 times your personal efforts if you use this leverage concept of building a team and just take, in our case, 6% of everything. And let me tell you how you get to that 6%. Now, keep in mind that if I sign Tina, or Tina signs Lindsay, and Tina signs Victor, and they each bring in 10 customers, right? Which they each have at least 10 customers, 20 customers. And they each have 20 coaches, and each of those coaches have customers. How would you like to be Tina, in this case, and getting a portion of all of those customers and coaches from that day forward that they bring in? Everybody brings in. This person, this person, this person, this person, and getting that portion of it. This is what's going on. This is when Victor's building his team, when Lindsay's building her team, when Lindsay McGuire is an all-star building her team. She's exceptional at this. Mike Panko's building his team. Sarah Mihailo is a 2-star diamond coach. When you have a personally sponsored 4 coaches on each side, and you teach 1 on each side to become emerald, you are a diamond coach. When you get 1 of your coaches to diamond on each side, now 1 on each side, you become a 2-star diamond coach. 2 on one side, 3 on the other, you become a 5-star diamond when you personally sponsor and show them how to become diamond by showing them how to sponsor 2 people and helping them sponsor 2 people. That's all we're doing. So, and then they all get their customers. This is how you become 5-star diamond, 10-star diamond, 15-star diamond. And so the people who are team building are getting this residual income, but there's still a strategy. Is everybody with me so far? Is anybody having questions? Let's take a little break. Do y'all get that? Thanks. So Beachbody gives us a formula so we can calculate what's going on. And we have a right leg and a left leg. So we have right volume and we have left volume. And sometimes when your team grows, one side leg might grow faster than the other. So one leg, your left leg, say, might grow to 500 coaches and teammates through duplication, and your right leg might only be 200, okay? That becomes a strong leg and a weak leg then. So on in your Coach Online office, you have a right volume and a left volume. Does everybody know that? And what happens is everybody on your right leg and all of their customers, it accumulates team volume rolled up under you, okay? Everybody on your left leg, team volume, all your coaches and all their customers grows up and rolls up under you. So you have a right volume and a left volume. And I'm going to show you now real quickly with a screen share what that looks like, okay? So you're looking when I started as a coach right here. Everybody if you go in your Coach Online office and you go to My Volume, you go to My Business and then My Volume, do that drop down, you're going to see this. And you're going to see that I started in May of 2011, right? This is my right volume here. This is my left volume here. Does this look like everybody's right now, where you have zeros and just a little bit of volume on each side, right? So here's what happens. I signed up Tina as my first coach right here, right? I signed her up right here. I then had 140 volume points on my left leg. She was my first coach on my left leg. Then I went out and I signed up my sister-in-law on my right leg. Boom, I get 90 volume points there. Then I went out and either Tina signed up her best friend or I signed up somebody else, I don't know. But on my left leg again, because I switched back and forth right leg to left leg, and Tina or I signed up somebody else, then I get another 110 volume points. Then I signed up somebody on my right leg and I get 155 volume points. So all I did was go right, left, right, left. Meanwhile, Tina is doing the same thing in her organization. And every time somebody orders something, whether it's customer or coach, I'm getting credit for those volume points, 90 PV personal volume points for Shakeology. When it becomes Tina ordering Shakeology, it becomes part of your team that's ordering, so it's team volume, so you get 90 team volume points for that. So I started off with 0, and now look what happens as 1 becomes 2. Write this down. 1, 5, 25, 125, 625. 1, 5, 25, 125, 625. We're all 1. Do you think you know 5 people who would like to make some additional income and stay on a lifestyle change? Does everybody know 5 people? Do you think you can teach those 5 people how to make some additional income and get to Emerald and help a couple of people themselves? 5 people, 1 becomes 5. Do you think you can help those 5 people learn how to do that same system? 5 people helping 5 people becomes 25 people. 25 people helping 5 people each becomes 125. 125 helping 5 people, just 5 people, knowing 5 people who want to get healthy, who want to make additional income, who want to help others make additional income or get healthy, becomes 625 people. Right now, in total, just by starting and knowing 5 people who are serious about this, you can develop an organization of 780 people. See how that is not you yourself doing the work, and you get credit for those 780 people plus all their customers. So when you're doing this and you steady Eddie, look what happens starting at the bottom of my screen as the volume grows. At the end of my first year, 511. Okay, so I'd be 512. My volume grows to 4,000 on my left side, 700 or 1,000 on my right side. My left leg is my strong leg with Tina. She exploded. It's growing, right? My team volume is growing. Now, correspondingly, Beachbody gives us a bonus. For every 200 points on your left leg, or on your for every 300 points, you're getting a cycle bonus. As an Emerald coach, you get $14. As a Ruby coach, you're getting $16. And as a Diamond coach, you're getting $18. Every time your right leg and left leg together combine for 100 points, doesn't matter whether it's, which leg it's on, but your strong leg and your weak leg, every time you accumulate 100 points between your teammates and you and their customers, you get a cycle bonus of $14, $16, or $18. Now, as you grow your team, this becomes enormous. Every week, so at the end of my first year, my team has grown to 4,000 on one side and say, okay, so there's 2,700 or 2,500 and 1,200. So when I have 2,500 and 1,200, Beachbody will give me $318 since I'm a Diamond every time I get 300 points. So get your calculators out, because what they do is they say you don't have to be equal. What Beachbody does is they take 200 from your strong leg and 100 from your weak leg. 200 from your strong leg, 100 from your weak leg. So your strong leg can be growing twice as fast as your weak leg, and you're still even, basically. Okay? And what happens is every time they do this, every time you can combine for 300 points, Beachbody will give you $14 or $18. When you are accumulating, look what happens as the team grows. As the team grows and all their customer grows, by the end of the second year, so that would be 513, I'm at 9,900, so 10,000, then 2,000. So my left leg is just exploding past my right leg. But guess what? Even with that, I'm still making, besides my retail sales, which might be $100 a month or $300 a month or $100 a week by this point is all, I'm making 4,000, let's call it 10,000 on one leg, and $2,500 on the other leg. Well, Beachbody is going to pay me $2,500 divided by 100. I'm just going to do a real quick formula. 25 divided by 100 equals 25 times, right? So I will cycle bonus 18 times. Just by my team growing, I make an additional $450 per week. If my right leg, my weak leg, was growing just as fast or was up to 10,000 and 5,000, 10,000 on my left leg and 5,000 on my right leg, I can evenly take 200 on one side and 100 on another. And now I am growing at 5,000 divided by 100 is 50. So I get 50 cycle bonuses that week. Times $18 is $900 in 1 week. And I didn't do one retail sale that week. I might just have my regular base of 10 customers paying $300 monthly. So how many people would like to be making an additional $1,000 a week while still having their base of 10 customers? That would be cool, huh? So at the end of 3 years, look what happens. 11, by the team growing from 0 people, 1 person, me and Tina starting 2 people, to the end of 3 years. So it's 5, call it right here, 514, 3 years later. 26,000 volume points on my left leg, 6,000 or 7,000 or 9,000 or 10,000 on my right leg. That's making an additional, Beachbody takes 200 from my strong leg each week and 100 from my weak leg. I cycle with that 300 combination points. So let's just say it's 25,000 from my left leg, 20 and 10,000 from my right. Let's call it, for an easy calculation again, divided by 300 because the total is 300 points. That's 116 cycles. 116 times. 116 times in 1 week I will cycle, and they will pay me $18 for each of those. That's $2,000 that week. And I just did my same retail sales of $100 that week or $300 that week, whatever it happened to be at that time, from the same 10 or 15 customers that I originated from way back here, right? Or from getting additional clients who just are interested as customers and not as coaches. But because I helped the team duplicate, I get that additional team cycle bonus of 6%. Now, let me show you what this translates into. So you see here, we all start here, left volume, right volume, and when we show you plus 2, them plus 2, and we grow, what's going to happen? Our volume on our left grows, our volume on our right grows. We get credit for all those coaches and all those customers on that leg that emanates from that right leg and left leg. And you are going to get team cycle bonus. And here's what happens to your paycheck. Here's my first year. This corresponds to 5 months. Okay, here's my first 5 months in the business. This again is my volume, 0, 0, 0, 0. Look at my paycheck. First 5 months, 0, 0, $20. That's my commission. First month. Second month, $20, $34. $19, $14, $47. I didn't even earn $100 in my first 5 months. Now, what happens as my volume grows? Second year. As my volume grows, look at that. 2 years into it, $700, $500, $700, $1,000. Third year, volume grows. And you get 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 points because your team is growing. What happens to paycheck? Third year. Third year, $2,000 a week. That's my first business center. Second business center, another $300 a week. I got to hire myself as a 2-star. So I opened up another business center, and Beachbody pays me that cycle bonus again for starting another team. And all because our team is growing, and it goes from 0 people, you plus 2, them plus 2, you plus 2, them plus 2. You add a coach a month, they add a coach a month. You add a coach, 2 coaches a month, they add 2 coaches a month. Whatever the case might be, but as long as you stay consistent with asking people about the business opportunity to change their life, how do you think you go from working 20 hours a week in addition to your regular full-time job of working 40 hours a week to working 20 hours a week like some Beachbody coaches do and making $500,000 to $700,000 to $1 million a year because their team grows from 1 person to 40,000 people, and they're making money while they sleep because the volume is growing and they're getting that cycle bonus week after week after week. So I'm going to stop with this screen share, and I want to make sure that we answer questions. This is such an important topic, and I know I'm taking longer. I apologize, Tina and Lindsay, but does anybody, do you guys like understand the concept of why we want to work as a team, plug people into the system? What happens if you don't plug people into a system? What happens if you know, and here's what can happen too. If one coach decides not to participate and they don't want to build a team and they don't want to learn this, are you, and if you're that coach that's under that coach, you're probably going to be pretty pissed off that you didn't know that this existed. How many people would be pissed off? I would be, right? if I didn't learn this, because what if my coach is cheating me out of all this income opportunity? Did you also know that when you sign up, and let's say you're Victor, and Victor signs up, when Victor keeps adding coaches, you get the benefit of Victor's coaches. You get the benefit of Tina's coaches. You get the benefit of my coaches when we share a leg. You get the benefit of everything we do plus our customers. So if you're on a shared leg, or if your upline is you know, adding coaches and customers, you have the opportunity, and you and all of your coaches and all the people you bring in, you share all this stuff and you keep adding to each other. That's why teamwork makes the dream work. Nobody has ever added anybody to me, okay? I've only added 4 people to Tina on the left side just to get to my diamond. Here's the thing. Tina has a left leg and a right leg. She has added over 300 coaches, over 200 coaches to other coaches. Neither one of us got added coaches by anybody above us. We started out in what's called a dead spot. We didn't have that opportunity. We built it from the ground up. There's people on our team right now that have, this makes me so angry actually. There's people on their team right now that have 700 coaches on one leg and thousands of customers, and they have 1 coach or 0 coaches on their right leg. They are letting 20,000 volume points per week slip through their fingertips, escaping them from leaving their full-time job or whatever and making $500 a week, $700 a week, $1,000 a week just for doing a little bit each month. Because they're not taking advantage of their right leg. Your right leg has to keep up. Your weak leg has to keep up. 200, 100. If you've got 20,000 volume points on your left leg and you have 200 on your right leg because you've never gotten customers, you never get coaches, you never teach coaches how to get customers and coaches, you're missing out on thousands and thousands of dollars. Thousands and thousands of dollars. There are people right now in this team that are missing $1,000 per week or more by not participating. Is that crazy? It's sitting there, and yet here's the thing: they're going and they're spending 40 hours a week at a job that pays them $400 a week to $1,000 a week. How would you like to have an extra $1,000 a week? And this is the magic that everybody can do. Can you do 2 plus 2, them plus 2? What happens when one coach, and this happens on our team, you're allowed to pass your coach. Me and Tina passed our coaches. Do not ever let a coach hold you back. There are coaches who refuse to build a team. There are coaches who don't understand this, and what they fear the most, they need the most, but it's like anything else. If you fear it, you stay away from it, right? And you don't want to learn it. You're cheating your coaches out. And there are coaches that get jealous, that get butt-hurt jealous because other coaches pass them, because this coach decides to explode into 100 coaches. This coach decided not to do anything. This coach who she signed up or he signed up is making $500 or $1,000 a week, and this coach who signed them up is making $0. And now they're jealous and angry because they decided not to work and this coach decided to work. Me and Tina passed up everybody in a big team that has 4,000 people that started 3 years before us, except for one person we didn't pass up. We passed up 700 other people. You feel that. You feel that. People get jealous. Why they're getting jealous? Because they have the equal opportunity to do this and they just decided not to. And when those paychecks start rolling in and people are seeing them going, holy shit, how did you buy that new car? Holy shit, how did you take that trip? Holy shit, why are you getting all that Star Diamond recognition and I'm not? This is what's going through their mind, but they won't admit it because they'll say it's not about making money, right? Well, who's helping more people? This person who came in 2 years later or 2 months later and decided to put in more effort and outwork their coach and plug in every day and never miss. And then when people get jealous and this person signed up here but did nothing, but the next person signed up and exploded to 500 people, how are you going to feel if that's you? My coach quit. She did nothing in the business. My coach quit. She looked like this. Her, me. She never filled out this. She quit. There are 1,700 people down one leg. And she completely missed out on $2,000 to $3,000 a week by now. And yet, they're still working at Walmart for $7, $8 an hour, right? So can you imagine like what happens? And you know, unfortunately there is a jealousy factor that happens here, but what happens when your team stops? If your team stops, if people do get jealous, if something happens, your volume drops. That's not good. If your volume drops, that means your income drops. And you know what? Then that's hurts. You know, because if families now start using that income or relying on that income, or you take a lot of pride in it, that's going to hurt. But that's where personal development kicks in. You got to like just move on because most people aren't going to get this. They're going to quit. This is why 1,700 people on the team, how many of them do you think are taking advantage of this system? Tina, got any guesses? 20, 30?
It's so minimal. But if you want to use this as a teaching opportunity, Joe,
yeah.
In the chat section, Victor asked a question. He asked if you were on my power leg or I was on your power leg, like how that worked. So I answered in the message stream. So Joe started above me and then he put me on his left leg. So all of our organization and my leg feeds up to Joe. So I already answered him on that. But this is going to be helpful, I think, Joe, if you'll share it in your language. Victor has a coach coming on board today and was asking strategically where to place that person because it is going to be a working coach, right? And was wondering if he should put them on his power leg. And I said, I'll get back to you, right? See Joe shaking his head. He's like, no way. You want to put them on the weak leg.
Put them on the weak leg.
Right. And explain to him why. And
all right, sure. So this is Joe. This is Tina. this is Victor, Tina, Victor. Tina's exploded. So Victor has, you know, probably 400 more coaches under his left leg, right? I don't know what the number is, but you can look that up. It'll tell you how many coaches you have under each leg. If you go on a previous office view, look up details. So,
Victor, just so you know who's underneath you, like there's tons of people underneath you, but the Hustle and Grind Empire is under you.
yeah, so if Stephanie, Daniello, and Courtney are under you on your shared left leg, then you will have 100 people just from that organization starting under you, okay? And that's feeding up to you. Now what happens though, Victor, is if you're not building this right leg, and you don't add people there and those coaches' customers, you're not going to get all of this volume. It's going to be stubbed. I call it a stubbed leg. You have one coach over here and you have 400 over here. You're missing out on hundreds and hundreds of dollars a week, right now. So you can look up and see what your left volume is versus your right volume. And if your left volume is 3,000 a week and your right volume is 90. You're only cycling one time every other week.
Yeah, I totally saw it when you said that you only have 4 people on Tina's leg, and Tina said to me, "No, wifey gets screwed." Excuse my language. You're helping her, and as soon as she said that, I was like, boom, okay, good. I have it on the right leg, and I'm doing it. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. So you put a person, you then want to build your weak leg, so this weak leg then starts to catch up to this 90 volume points on your weak leg, because of one coach starts to catch up to this 3,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 on your left leg, your strong leg, and then you start to balance out so that you can take advantage 200, 100 every week, and every time you do that, then you get another cycle bonus. So one cycle becomes $18, becomes 10 cycles, becomes $200, becomes 100 cycles in a week, becomes $2,000.
And I have an add-on thing to say. I see Ramik in the background there. Hey, Ramik, you're on my power leg.
So Ramik has coaches that
you are sitting on a gold mine.
So
the Hustle and Grind Empire building up underneath you. My entire second business center builds underneath Victor. I hired myself and put an entire second business center underneath my left leg. So all of that feeds up to you. So in my Power Business Center in the second leg is Hustle and Grind the Empire, the Team Adrenaline, Joshua Kekak, Stephanie Daniello, Kendra Lee Dacey. Like, there is an empire growing up underneath you, and you will take advantage of that financially when you get to Diamond, and then do what Victor is going to do, start then building your weak leg. So get to Diamond yesterday and then start power building your weak leg is how you're going to capture all of the income that's sitting in a bank waiting for you to grab it.
Yep. And when you see, you'll see coaches appear. Everybody will call and say, who is this person? They appeared on my chart. I don't know who they are. That's because they were added by some coach above you who you might not even know. And that person is helping you build your organization. You don't even know that coach, but be thankful that you have somebody above you that's adding to you. And this is why we're a team. You don't even know who's on your team, but so that's why you should engage with the team, because they're teammates, and you help each other grow your business. And so when people break off, when they do things and they don't participate with the team, they're missing. Or when your leg stops growing and you decide not to keep going, you're missing because the other leg's growing. Everybody here has people placed under them except for me and Tina. I mean, that's a fact. There's nobody that was placed in a dead spot in this fire other than me and Tina starting this business. So everybody has more advantage than me and Tina starting 5 years ago. And we grew from 0, grew from 1. And so this has, you got to understand how to build and how to teach people to become emerald, and how to teach those people how to teach others to become emerald. Does that make sense? That's where you get duplication. And you got to just get everybody to emerald. If you teach 2, they teach them to teach 2. And when you do this duplication, and then you have a few base of customers, you can make massive amounts of income. And a lot of people just hate the business opportunity. This is why we're going to do invites of the business opportunity. Ask them if they just are interested in making additional income, and you're going to show them how. And then you just send them the video, and then you ask the 6 closing questions. That's it. That's all there is to it. Don't overcomplicate this. That's all there is. You don't have to explain all this stuff. This is going to be done for them later on. Okay, this is going to be explained later on after they just see the basic business of they'd like to make additional income. How do I do it? Well, you drink a shake, you share a shake, you work out, and you have an opportunity to make extra money by helping people. They don't need to know anymore, right? They can study this when they want to learn more, right? Now, how come nobody participates in this? 1,700 people, we have 50 diamonds, only have 50 diamonds, and we have 8 multi-star diamonds, something like that. They get to hire themselves again and get paid again and do this all over again. Holy smokes, would you like to do that? So this is what I'm saying, that Beachbody gives us this. Everybody has this. How else do you think you go from $100 to $500 a month maximum retail to making some? Lindsay Matway is making approximately $50,000 a week right now. You comprehend that? $50,000 a week, because she grew her team from 1 person, her, to 75,000 customers and coaches. Well, 75,000 coaches and hundreds of thousands of customers between them. So when people don't understand this, what they do, they stay away from it. Who are you cheating? You're cheating your teammates. You're cheating those above you. You're cheating those below you. You're cheating your family by not learning this stuff. And this is what's going to provide you freedom. And because so few people understand this, and here's the other thing I'll point out. How many people are willing to stick with this day in, day out, getting rejected? No, for 3 years to grow this team. You want to know why that Beachbody is willing to pay us hundreds of thousands of dollars the last few years? Because we stick with it, and nobody else will stick with it. And what happens? A diamond is rare, right? Why is it more valuable? Because it's a rare thing. You get paid more. Gold is rare. Gold is worth $1,600, $1,300 an ounce. Gold is rare. Anything that's rare is worth a lot of money. A professional football player is 1 out of 500,000 people. He gets paid $5 million a year. Why? Because he's rare. There are thousands of coaches that are doing nothing in the business but drinking a shake, and Beachbody's making $30 every month off of them without paying out $30. Guess who's getting the benefit of that? The few coaches that are working day in and day out and taking advantage of this. 1 coach out of 20 will even start to work the business. 1 coach out of 100 will become star diamonds. It's because people aren't willing to put up with all the no's and the rejection. And guess what? This takes a while. Go back at my thing. You saw it took 3 years to get my volume to the point where I'm getting paid. 2 years to the point where I'm getting paid consistently. It's like a hockey stick, man. My first 6 months were like this. Slow. And then what starts to happen? Your volume tails because you got to bring in coaches who then start to teach coaches. Your volume is going to catch up. So what happens when your volume of these additional coaches, as they learn, catches up? Now your cumulative volume starts to go up. This is why at the end of 5 years, you end up making $200,000 a year, and at the beginning, you're making nothing. It's because all these coaches' volumes start to catch up, and everybody wants to quit right here. Everybody wants to quit right here when they're making $100 a month, $200 a month. And if they just keep doing the same thing, now all of a sudden they're going to be people, your volume trails behind you. There's going to be people, 1 coach becomes 5 coaches, becomes 25 coaches, and you're not seeing that happen. You're not adding to your other side. You're not seeing your volume go up. You're missing out on all of this. This is where the magic happens. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. It's way down the road. Everybody's used to being an employee and getting paid for every hour they work. It doesn't work like that. You're a business owner. Business owners get paid last. Business owners got to recover all their investment. Business owners are all right here, and then guess what happens once their word gets out and their customers accumulate in the market? Now their business spreads all over the neighborhood and all over the country. The business owner gets paid millions of dollars, and the employee is still making the same $10 an hour for that hour they showed up that day. So this is how our business works. This is how Beachbody works. This is how all of network marketing works. And if you're not willing to stick this out, nobody's been here. You know, there are only 2 coaches who've been here 5 years now, constantly every day, all 5 years. Me and Tina. Is it any coincidence that we make the most money on the team? You know who's been here the second longest or third longest and has stayed the most consistent? Lindsay Cheatham, day in and day out, 3 years, constantly adding coaches. You want to know why Lindsay Cheatham is the 3rd leading earner on the team? Constantly doing it, day in and day out. Always adding coaches, always adding customers, always teaching how to coach coaches to get to Emerald. This is why Lindsay Cheatham was able to leave her job after 18, 24 months. So I'm very passionate about this because it's so meaningful to me to be able to see people do this, and you know, that's when me and Tina take a lot of pride, is because, you know, other stuff is fleeting. People that stick with you are business builders and are in it for the long term. The big goals that Lindsay talked about yesterday, the big lifelong goals. How else are you going to achieve them? Are you going to achieve them making 10, 20, 30 bucks an hour at your job? Or are you going to achieve them by making $100,000 extra a year, $200,000 extra a year, $500,000 extra a year? Do you have another chance to make $1 million a year, $500,000 a year, or in the case of Lindsay Natway, $2 million a year right now? Our highest earning coach, Christine Dwyer, $3 million a year right now. And by the way, financial disclaimer, you know, Beachbody does not guarantee any income. Always add, whenever you're talking about income, whenever you're talking about this stuff, you must legally add the financial disclaimer that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income. Everybody's income is based on each coach's own diligence and acumen and hard work and skills to learn this stuff day in and day out. This is why you study. This is why you do personal development every day. This is why you plug in and learn network marketing. Because all of us have an opportunity to make $15 million a year in cycle bonus alone. All right. So there are people right now that have had people added to them that aren't even looking at the business. There are people right now who are stubbing their legs, who are letting money just go like this, slipping right by them, and their family is in need. Their retirement is in need. Whatever is in need. And this is how we can change more lives. You can only change so many lives per month. But how many lives can you change if you teach others how to change lives? How many lives can you impact when you teach others how to impact lives? You multiply. Your impact multiplies. And so that's it. This is the whole presentation. Anybody other questions?
I know I will be saving this video, this webinar, in my files tab, because for me, I'm never going to try to explain all that detail that Joe just rolled out. And hopefully, if it was eye-opening for you guys, it's going to be eye-opening for someone in your organization, right? So that, you know, ideally, I could articulate all that stuff that Joe just did, but I don't really get really weighed down with that because I'm adding to our team. And I know I don't have to because I have a Joe. And guess what? I share my Joe with you. Joe shares with you. So just use Joe's expertise like I do if that's not your strength. Victor has a question.
Not many people can explain this. Don't try to. You're going to screw it up and you're going to ruin it. Share videos.
I actually saved every single one of these onto a Word file, a Word document.
Yeah, all the
the whole 21 days I'm going to save, put it on a Word document, and I'm going to train people.
Yeah, Lindsay has it saved in the group right now on a Word document, so everybody can grab that too. Does everybody find this helpful? Is it eye-opening? Is it like, oh my God, what am I?
Yeah.
That's what we want, is we want to open eyes.
Yeah,
there's huge opportunity here for everybody. This is why you put up with the nose. This is why you learn it. All right, we can impact more lives, and we want everybody to be successful past me and Tina. By the way, you want your coaches to pass you. You want your coaches under you to do better than you. You want that. If you don't want that, you're stingy, you're selfish, you're greedy, you're cheating. You're cheating them, cheating their families. Yeah.
So, first I want to commend you, man. That was freaking amazing. I'm just sitting here driving. I'm getting so much from it, and I'm just listening. But listen, guys, if you guys are not taking this in, and if you guys are not taking advantage of all that Tina and Joe have created here for you as far as volume, shame on you. Shame on, what you're doing to yourself, your family, and anybody that's below you. I'm in a spot myself where I have no help. I'm kind of in the same situation. When Joe said, you guys have such an advantage over other people, who are building this business that's out there trying, just take advantage of this. And Joe, I'm taking this video, man. I'm putting every video we do here in a training that I'm doing for my people. So, I mean, it's just crazy just to think how powerful some of this stuff is, that you explained today. So I just want to say thanks, man. It's pretty awesome. Guys, take advantage of it.
I appreciate that. Jesse, you're doing great. And yeah, I mean, it's upsetting to me. I've experienced it when people fall away, they're not participating with the team. And, that hurts, man. That hurts because you put your heart and soul into this to help everybody. And, this is so meaningful, so powerful. And because people get scared of it, you run away from it. And they're just, this is easy to learn. You can learn it. You don't learn it on the first time. You plug in every day and you learn it over years, a little at a time. You use third-party tools. You don't try to explain it. You just study it and learn little by little. But huge opportunity. I appreciate you all. And thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks, Joe.